you remember about 3 weeks ago, I had Aiden and Weston, they were planting some stuff in our raised container garden here, and so we're just gonna take a look at these radishes. The leaves are getting pretty good size here, so let me jump in there, Aiden, and see what kind of sizes they are.
That one actually came out really easily.
Pretty good size. So these are ready to go, so we can harvest these whenever. It was a little small, but they'll be great for salads or make some dip out of them or something. So if
oh, this one we could feed to the rabbit. This one.
we can feed all these tops and stuff to the rabbits and the chickens, and they'll love them. And we can also actually use them in salads ourselves or cook them down.
Oh, this one's big.
Let's pick some of the bigger ones, and then we'll leave the little ones grow just a couple more days, and that way we'll go and put these up.
It's like small. Oh, comes by here.
Let's go check this one out, Weston. Pull one of these up and see where it's at. I think we might have to let these go for just a little bit. They're not quite as big.
The Chinese ones, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, those are the watermelon radishes. We got some beets and we got some carrots. Carrots got quite a bit left to go still. He's just learning how to fly, buddy. You let him go. Want to get him some water? Want to get him some water? Keep him safe. You got to keep him safe until he can fly. I'm not 100% sure what it is. It looks maybe a sparrow, but I'm not 100% sure. Make sure it's plenty to drink here. So don't get dehydrated. We'll let it go someplace safe. And hopefully you'll learn to fly the next day or so and take off. Just got to figure it out. Doesn't appear to be injured or anything. He was flying earlier. He flew, you know, probably 10 foot up in the air and nearly got up in the tree, but he just couldn't quite make it. Not quite strong enough. He's definitely tired. Just let him, put him in the shade and let him rest. Kind of watch him, make sure no cats or anything, or dogs or anything grab him, and I think he'll be okay. Hang out here, cool shaded area, buddy. Here you go. Here you go. So we have a lot of different projects that we have going on around the yard, around the homestead. You know, not only like aesthetic stuff that we're doing to the house, remodeling, but also, you know, projects like, you know, we built this playhouse over here. You know, everything that you see that's new, we're gonna have I'll have a video about it eventually. And some of the stuff I already have out. As you can see over there, I got the wall around there. There's a pond, the goldfish pond that we built. Also gonna have a video. The biggest thing as far as the update on the homestead and like what we're doing for our food is our garden. And as you can see, yet again, I'll have a video on this, you know, how I kind of set it up and everything from grass. And so if you want to go back and watch the old, you know, homestead tour before all this stuff was made, then it might be kind of interesting. You kind of see, you know, all the progress that we made, and I can try to put that up on the screen for you so you can click on that real easy. But yeah, as you can see, we got tons of veggies growing, and so this is this is the start of us getting all this food and these fruits and these vegetables, and we're gonna be, you know, preserving all of them, and this is going to be, you know, our food supply. And we're hoping to slowly over time eat more of this and less of grocery store stuff. You know, we always have a bunch of stuff during harvest season, and this year we're going to be working more with like trying to preserve all of the stuff that we have, you know, whether it be canning or freezing or whatever, so that we can have that throughout the entire year and we can depend a whole lot less on grocery bought stuff. Dog kennel, that's a big popular one. I got the dogs running around most of the time, but they spend the night in here when the weather's nice. And this is another one that we have up, another video that we have up here, how we built this trellis. As you can see, you know, the reality is I don't always have time to weed eat, and I got to get in there and weed eat. So we got this electric fence around here, so that actually does a pretty good job of keeping the chickens away from this garden. And then we've got the fence that I've put up around the that keeps them out of our bigger garden, and so they can still free range, they can still all this grass and stuff, they can eat on that, and they don't have to you know, get in our garden, which they really love to do. So we've got all that kind of fenced off. As you can clearly see, for both the barn and the shed, I have not yet even begun to tackle that. That's going to be a monstrous task for me, you know, doing it by myself basically, and I just haven't had the time to even start messing with it. You know, the first phase is just going to be kind of cleaning it out, and I've been doing some of that. And you can kind of see, like, through like one of my homestead hustles was just getting scrap and stuff, and I still need to do several loads of just getting scrap out of here. Got a ton of stuff in here. And then so my thinking is that this portion here is going to be like a lean-to, and then all of this is going to come down, and I'm going to take the old metal from this side of the roof, and as well as over here, and I'm going to reconstruct the roof on this side. And so this is just going to be basically a lean-to. It's going to be a south-facing lean-to. I'll be able to park the tractor in here, the mower, you know, all the tools and stuff like that. And I may even close it off. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do there, but that is a project for later on. And then you can see the doors down here. A lot of that I just need to scrap and pull apart. We have a greenhouse that we've taken down and we've gotten for free. I also, you know, I've got video of that and stuff, and that was kind of a neat process. You know, I ended up getting a few scars. And over here, see our woodlot. If you watch my homestead hustle, you know that I've basically converted a lot of my energy towards making money on the homestead to simply cutting firewood, because it's just been making me the most money, and I have, you know, the means to procure a lot of firewood, and I have a lot of knowledge, you know, over firewood and cutting trees and stuff, and I really enjoy it. And so I've been just starting the process of starting to season some of these logs. You know, a lot of these logs, you know, they still have the bark on them. They're getting dry. A lot of these trees were oaks that were already dead. They've been dead like the first year, and they were still standing. And so I've been cutting those down. So my dad, you know, luckily has some acreage, so I can cut off of his property. And he actually has got to get a lot of his stuff in conservation reserve program, so he has to do a lot of tree cutting. So I can cut a lot of trees off of there. It's just it's 45 minutes away, so it's a little bit of a jaunt. So I gotta, you know, basically gather up logs, bring them here, and then split them up, and then get them, you know, on pallets so they can season and dry pretty well. Here's a tree that I cut up here. You know, this is just an old elm tree, so not the best kind of wood, so that'd be kind of discounted wood. And so again, everywhere I got kind of like these little containers. I got some peppers back here, even got some strawberries starting to grow back here, which is always cool. Love the strawberries. Kids eat them before I can even get them inside. I'm not even to the point where I can even start preserving those because they eat them so fast, but hopefully we can get some more of those planted this year, get some more beds. I got a couple ideas, some kind of cool videos that I want to make, you know, trying to basically plant a whole bunch of strawberries in a small amount of space. But as you can see, a lot of this is just, I need to spend a ton of time just cleaning up. Got the wood splitter for the business. It's been a huge help, and we're cutting and splitting for that restaurant. This is making a pretty steady income. So we've got some nice, you know, older oak here that I've split up and kind of letting dry, you know, and that'll be probably ready. I mean, I put the moisture meter on there yesterday and it was already within the means, but you know, a couple months and this will be really bone dry, really good running, really good burning firewood for the brick oven that they have at the restaurant. So got some zucchini coming up, which is pretty exciting. I love zucchini. Zucchini's probably my favorite vegetable. Everybody complains they get a whole bunch of zucchini, but I honestly, I can go through it so fast. So we also have our loofahs that should be growing up the trellis. They got froze, but they are actually coming back. So that's a pretty wonderful thing to see. Hopefully they'll really get going and get them climbing up the trellis. We've got some more stuff to plant in here. I want to do cucumbers. Cucumbers will really like this trellis. Some more zucchini on this side. Just kind of trying to plant. So we do have some cucumbers coming up here on this side, but I think we're gonna have to replant on the other side. But just trying to get anything and everything that we have. Got to get the seeds in. Just trying to, like, it all kind of came on us fast. It was like cold, and then it was dry, and now it's like we're getting some rain. We're getting some good weather, and we got to get everything in the ground now. It's just sort of a rush. We did good. We got a lot of early stuff growing, but now we got to get our summer stuff in. So we got our tomatoes and our peppers, but we got to get our stuff like our zucchini, our cucumbers and all that. That's got to get going pretty fast. And so it's all coming on us real quick in a rush. Got our patio thing here. We'll be doing a lot of work here. And here's our pond, our goldfish pond. Obviously, still got a bunch of work to do around here. This is all going to be essentially rock in this whole area. Just kind of a place to just chill out and relax. I like them. Look at the size of some of these. They did really well in this container garden here. And we got quite a few, definitely a couple handfuls. Last us a couple weeks. Anyway, throw them in the fridge and have them on some salads. May pickle a few. But yeah, just kind of neat. Just one container garden. And we got several of those lined up here. So I'm gonna try to get some more of these little mineral containers because they work really good for this, especially these quick growing stuff.